let me share with you 10 things I'm grateful for today. One, I'm grateful that I collaborated with my coworkers to write 2 essays for work. So I work as a caregiver, and like yesterday, my client had like her behaviors escalated really bad that she had to go to the hospital and get checked out. And for that, we have to do a report, and I think it's general event report, and stating everything that happened before, after, and during and after. And we just have to be very specific about the time and who was there and what was said and what we did. And yeah, so it's like a very important documentation that if there's like a big behavior that happens where we have to, like, where the clients have to actually get looked at, we have to like be very careful with writing those documents. And my coworker was very helpful. Like, she was on the phone with me for hours and hours just to help me with the documentations, and we got it done. We worked together, and she was very helpful. Two, I'm grateful that I paid my property taxes and paid for my vehicle registration. I just got something on the mail for my vehicle registration, so I went ahead and paid that off. And then in that website also said something about having my property taxes receipt, so I like, the balance for the end of this year is already there, so I went ahead and paid it too. Instead of waiting till the next month, I got it done today. So I'm grateful that that's out of the way, and December I can focus on other things, focus on my family, and I'm pretty sure I'll be more busy then. So trying to get things done early. Three, I went to the gym and didn't lose my AirPods. So I went to the gym today. I got in the Stairmaster, and I was taking my AirPods from the case and one fell. And luckily I went to the workers at the gym and I asked them for their help, and they were able to help me with it. Otherwise I would have lost it completely. But I'm glad that I was confident enough to go and ask for help, because it was like lost inside the machine, and the staff at the gym, they had to like unscrew a few, like a side part of the Stairmaster, and I found my AirPods. So I still have it. I don't have to buy new ones, and I'm grateful for that. 4, I am grateful for exploring the city with my client. So as a caregiver, I work with my clients at their houses, in the residential side, and like we have an 8-hour shift, and like during that 8-hour shift we have to take care of the clients, but at the same time we can take them on outings, and like it's whatever outings that the clients want. And like my client, the one that I have like on Fridays, he doesn't care like where we go. He just loves to do car rides. So last Friday I just went like by the Missouri River. It was a long ride, but he loves car rides, so I just went did one car ride, and it was very, very long. And like at the while when we were like going back, he was like he was tired, he was ready to be home, so he kept saying home, home. And then when we got home, like right as we like walk in the front door, he turned back to me and he said, car ride. This guy, he can't make his mind up. But it seems like he enjoyed it. And I got to have a new view of the city. I've been there before. Like, I've been there to a park before with a friend. And I was just trying to find the park because I don't know the name of the park that I went to. And it was a nice place. And it was a nice park with the bridge. And it was like, I don't know. It was very big, a very big park. I just don't know the name of it. And I drove by it. I looked up some parks on the map, but the places that it was taking me was not taking me where I wanted to be. So I just drove there for a little bit. Five, I prepared some chicken to cook tomorrow. I just seasoned it up, and tomorrow so it's marinating tonight, and tomorrow I'll cook it. 6, my relationship with my coworkers and supervisors is improving. Since this event happened with one of my clients yesterday, we had to, like, everybody was basically on the phone trying to guide us to, like, what to do and, like, what were the next steps. And they were all very helpful. They were all chiming in and helping us, and, like, to take the proper steps and the proper documentations, and just so we're not, like, because they're the ones that have to look over what happened later, and they have to make sure that they have all the details. So they were walking us through it while we were going through that event. And yeah, and today I talked to them about a few other things that happened during shift with other people, and it seems like they really care and want to know what's going on. So they basically were very kind to just open the floor and talk about things. And I enjoy just having a good conversation about everything instead of trying to, like, notes. Like, I don't like to get people in trouble, but at the same time, I don't want to be like, it feels like I'm hiding too much. So I talked to my coworker to make sure that she was on the same page, and then, because the last thing I want is to exaggerate things and make things bigger than they need to be. So I try to communicate with the people around me to make sure that everything is going fine, and if things are not going fine, like, how can we find a solution? And then I just, like, communicated to the supervisor. Like, yeah, I communicated what was happening to the supervisor as well this week. Like, last week we had some issues too, but we just, like, went through it, like, just kind of, because that was my first time working with new people. So I just tried to ignore it, and this week, like, similar things happened, so we kind of had to say something. And then yeah, and then just having the supervisors and be happy to just listen to us and to want to see our side of things as well, because the supervisors are not in the house, so they don't really see what's going on in the house. Yeah, but if a staff so they can get a feel of if things are going bad or good, from what other stuff, like, a lot of us are saying. Like, if we say something, they can get a feel of how things are going. So they just wanted to double check with me and my coworker. 7, I'm grateful that my friend from an old church came with me to this new church. She told me a few days ago, and I was happy that she was coming with me. And yeah, we just spent some time together. 8, I'm grateful that my extended family met for lunch this week. We don't meet every month. I think we meet almost every other month. It's just whenever there is birthdays. We have birthdays almost every month, but we try to, like, a lot of us are older and have other commitments, so we try to make our meetings in between those commitments. And it's just really nice to see the entire family together. 9, I'm grateful that my cousin's baby loves me and gravitates towards me. Yeah, so one of my cousins, I got to hold him like for a while we were at my grandparents' house for like the family meeting. He didn't have his mom around. His dad was there, but his mom was not there. But then he just seemed a little lost. And then when I offered to hold him, he just came up to me, and that was very sweet. I love babies. They're so cute. 10, I am grateful that I quickly completed all my documentation for work. So this week was a lot. Like, there was a lot going on with Halloween and things like that. Usually whenever there is like holidays, some people pull their schedules out. Like, they decide that to take time off and celebrate with the family. So there was a lot of that the last few days because of Halloween. And like, I got pulled from one of my shifts earlier than I was supposed to. Like, I moved to a different house, and that kind of threw me off a little bit. It threw my routine, my schedule with my clients a little bit. And yeah, and then the next day, like, one of my coworkers just showed up like way earlier than I was expecting, and that kind of threw me off, and I like forgot to document like I do before I leave work. So I kind of got caught up recently. Yeah, every time we go into shift, we have to document. Right before we leave shift, we have to document. And when like things happen at the end of the shift, it's hard to just keep focus and try to like try to stick to the schedule and to the same routine. Yeah, and then documentation is like the last thing we kind of worry about because we can't do it till the end of the shift. So I got thrown off a few times just because my shifts have been different. Like, almost every time I went in for work, it's just been something new. Like, towards the end of it, or towards the end of it, it's been something new, and I've been having to remind myself to like catch up with documentation and make sure that everything is in there. Otherwise, I get in trouble because the supervisors are always checking our like written reports that we do through our app for work. And yeah, so I'm all caught up, and overall it's been a good week. I was able to see my family, and that was very sweet. Yeah. Thank you. Those are 10 things I'm grateful for today. Bye.